Vigils across the state after the death of an Oklahoma student. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jensen McKee, and this is ENN Now.
And I'm Alyssa Carter. The vigils are to remember Next Benedict. For details, here's ENN's Jocelyn McKee.
This weekend saw multiple vigils in Oklahoma and around the country in honor of Next Benedict. Next was a non-binary teen who used they-them pronouns in Owasso. There are more than a dozen vigils planned across the country this week or next. These vigils are being planned in several cities as well as other states including California, Washington, Minnesota, New Jersey, Texas, and New York. Matt Blancett, who organized the vigils with the LGBTQ+ group Rainbow Connection, said the vigils are important because, quote, it shows people that we have a community. We are here. We are not going anywhere.
The death of Next Benedict is still under investigation. Police in Owasso released body camera recordings of their interactions with Next. ENN's Kira Morrow has details of what happened from our Tulsa bureau.
According to the Associated Press, Owasso High School student Next Benedict died the day after a fight in the school restroom after being attacked by 3 girls. Next's mother called police to the emergency room. In the video from the hospital the day of the fight, Next tells an officer 3 girls had been picking on them and their friends. Next admitted to pouring water on the girls, and then the 3 girls beat Next and Next blacked out. The next day, the mother called the emergency responders to their home and expressed concerns about a head injury. Next died later that day. While the Warrant State's police are looking for evidence in a felony murder, the department has now said the death was not a result of injury from the fight. The police department said it won't comment further on the teen's cause of death until the toxicology and autopsy results are completed. In Tulsa, I'm Kira Morrow.
Domestic violence deaths in Oklahoma remain among the highest in the nation. The number of deaths in the last 4 years have spiked, with more than 100 deaths a year since 2019. To combat this, the Oklahoma Domestic Violence Fatality Review Board has recommended changes to help protect victims. Examples include broadening the definition of domestic assault and battery with a deadly weapon charge to include weapons other than firearms, and increasing the punishment for first-time domestic violence offenses.
The cost of going to the grocery store should be going down soon. For details, here's ENN's Banning Lutzenberger.
Groceries in Oklahoma soon could become cheaper. The state Senate gave final approval to eliminating the state's portion of the grocery sales tax. House Speaker Charles McCall issued a statement following the final statement of the House Bill 1955, which eliminated the state's grocery tax by a vote of 42-2. The bill was passed 11 months ago by the state House along with an income tax cut. McCall has said that this wouldn't have been possible without support of Governor Kevin Stitt and colleagues in the House. He said eliminating the grocery tax is a good first step. According to a state Senate press release, the tax cut will save Oklahomans about $400 a year.
The advances in artificial intelligence are prompting lawmakers to take action. ENN's John Kitchen tells us what the plans are in the legislature.
Scared of being involved with AI? Do not be, as Oklahoma State House Committee recently passed laws relating to AI regulation. The bill is meant to serve as protection against the misuse of AI. The law also states that Oklahomans own the right of knowing when they are interacting with AI, as well as opt out of their data being used for AI.
The Thunder are on a hot streak, hoping to lock up the Western Division title. For details, here's ENN Sports Director J.J. Stinn.
The OKC Thunder are on a hot streak, winning 5 games in a row and grabbing their 40th win in Houston on Sunday. With the Thunder hitting 40 wins, they've already matched their win total from last season, and they still have 25 games left. The Thunder are currently tied for first in the West with a 40-17 record, but do not have the tiebreaker over the T-Wolves for the playoffs. Overall, the Thunder are tied for the second best record in the NBA, also tied with the Wolves and sitting behind the Boston Celtics from the Eastern Conference. Also on Sunday, Chet Holmgren became the first NBA player to have 150 blocks, 150 assists, and 100 threes in a season. Chet and the Thunder have also been doing great off the court as well, building a new community court in Spencer with help from JD Sports that has many activities for children and others who enjoy basketball. The Thunder will play their next game on Tuesday against the Rockets, which will be a nationally televised game on TNT. OU and OSU men's and women's basketball teams played in their final regular season bedlam over the weekend. OU won each game, blowing out the Cowgirls, and thanks to Javian McCullum hitting a game winner in OT, he helped the Sooners sweep the Cowboys on the season.
This weekend we were able to experience beautiful weather, but don't put away your winter coats just yet. Renee Blair in our Tulsa office brings us this week's weather forecast.
According to the National Weather Service, a fire weather watch is issued for multiple counties in Oklahoma on Tuesday. Critical fire spread rates are possible due to a combination of strong southwest winds, low humidity, and warm temperatures. It will be very windy on Tuesday afternoon with wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour in western and central Oklahoma. However, Wednesday is a completely different story because of a cold front moving in early Wednesday morning that will make for winter-like conditions. Wind chills will be in the teens Wednesday morning. With your weather outlook, I'm Renee Blair.
Even with the weather cooling down, there are still plenty of things to do for our community calendar. We turn to ENN's Renee Collins in our Tulsa Bureau.
There's a lot going on in Oklahoma this week. Over in Tulsa, the Tulsa Oilers are back at the BOK Center this week with the games on the 28th and March 2nd and 3rd. At the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, My Fair Lady will be at the Chapman Theater from February 27th to March 3rd. Over in the Oklahoma City area, the OKC Blue will be at the Paycom Center February 28th and 29th. Also at the Paycom, the Oklahoma City Thunder will be playing against the Houston Rockets on February 27th. At the Civic Center, the iconic musical Wicked will be making its way through town on February 27th through March 10th. And that's everything on the calendar, so you can have an epic week.
That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us.
And be sure to keep checking our website and social media pages for more news from Team of Student Journalists.